from deadly assassin to awkward high school girl. Watch what happens when 83, yeah, now she goes by. Megan tries to survive, like gym class and teenage drama. Buckle up, because things are about to get hilariously awkward. So, we start at Prescott, this super secret school that raises orphan girls into straight up killing machines. These girls don't know anything about love. They're trained to be weapons from, like, day one. The head honcho, Hardman, is all about no attachments, because, you know, feelings are a weakness for a secret agent. Cold. But one student, 83, our main girl, isn't feeling that. She really wants a family, but Prescott's not exactly a family-friendly environment. Plus, she's the best at everything, which, of course, makes her super unpopular, especially with her rival, 84. Talk about high school drama, even before high school. 83 is so good, she gets activated first. Her first mission? Grab a briefcase. She nails it, like, in minutes. Missions mean freedom, and 83 gets a taste of the real world. And that's where the trouble really starts. On her next mission, 83 decides to do some research on what normal teens do. She's watching movies, seeing how these kids live, and she gets major FOMO. She's all, wait, that's what I'm missing? This keeps happening, mission after mission. She's getting hooked on this whole teenage life thing. You can't blame her, right? Imagine going from assassin training to Mean Girls. Back at Prescott, 83 gets assigned to take down Victoria Knox, a big-time arms dealer. 84 is, once again, not happy. Before the mission, Hardman catches 83 reading magazines. He's annoyed, but still sends her anyway. Knox is no joke, she's smart, and loves taking down Prescott agents. This is gonna be tough. 83's plan? Pretend to get caught, then bam! She takes out Knox's crew and uses a balloon to tie Knox up. Clever! But then, a plane shows up, snags Knox, and they're both flying through the air. Knox, being the villain, still has a gun and shoots 83, sending her plummeting into a river. Ouch! Knox gets captured and chats with Hardman. They seem to have some history. Meanwhile, 83 survives the fall. She's tough, and is about to call Hardman when she has a realization she could escape. So, 83 ditches her radio and goes AWOL. She's finally free from assassin school and ready to chase her dream of being a normal teen. She becomes Megan Walsh, an orphan in a student exchange program, and chooses the super happy Larsons as her host family. This is where the real fish out of water story begins. Megan arrives in Newton, USA, and the Larsons are enthusiastic. Mrs. Larson is super welcoming, and her son Parker is obsessed with ninjas. Ironic, right? But the daughter Liz is not having it. Megan hugs the wrong guy. Turns out Mrs. Larson is divorced, and it's awkward. The Larsons are nice though, and Megan is grateful. You can tell she's never had this kind of kindness. At dinner, Megan bonds with Parker over ninja stuff, but Liz is still giving her the cold shoulder. That night, Megan tries to plan her normal teen cover, using magazine model pics. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well. First day of school, and Megan is way overdressed. She's immediately the center of attention, and not in a good way. The kids are harsh. Liz, surprisingly, feels a little bad and lends her some spare clothes. Small victories, I guess. Megan is confused and sad. High school is brutal, even for trained killers. Before her introduction, Roger, who works the stage lighting, talks to Megan. He's the first genuinely nice person she meets. He's sweet, but also warns her about the school bullies. Good looking out, Roger. Then comes the big moment. The school bully, Gooch, humiliates Megan in front of everyone. Classic bully move. But then, the school hottie, Cash, steps in and sings her a song. Megan is instantly smitten, and so is every other girl. Cash is smooth. He invites Megan to join his band, Emotakon. Talk about a mixed bag of emotions for Megan. Lunchtime, and the cheerleaders invite Megan to their table. But Megan, remembering her research, aka Mean Girls, declines. She knows that cheerleaders are sneaky. Smart move, Megan. In class, she sits next to Roger, and they hit it off with some pun action. These two are actually clicking. The teacher announces partner assignments for tomorrow, and Megan is all eyes on Cash. She's got a plan. After class, Gooch tries to slap Megan, but she takes him down with one move. Trained assassin skills for the win. The other students are probably thinking, whoa, new girl's got skills. That night, Megan uses her ninja skills to sneak into the lab and change the seating chart, so she's next to Cash. She's efficient, she's stealthy, she's still an assassin, after all. Next day, Megan confidently struts to her seat next to Cash, but gets into a fight with some other girls. Cash ends up being the teacher's assistant because, surprise, the teacher is crushing on him. Megan's plan is foiled. Those two girls from before tell Megan about an opening for the school mascot. Megan thinks it's for losers, but the girls convince her it's her ticket to backstage romance with Cash. They totally played her. Megan gets the Viking mascot costume and practices her dance moves. She's surprisingly good, even with the giant axe. She nails the audition. She's the only one, duh. With a killer routine and a macho shout. She gets the job, obviously. Poor Megan. She's being manipulated left and right. After some home workouts, gotta stay in shape, Megan notices a creepy van watching her. It follows her to school, and she's starting to get freaked out. Something's not right. It's competition day, and Megan, in full Viking costume, is dancing her heart out. Suddenly, masked dudes jump out of the van and try to kidnap her. Oh, hell no. But Megan is a trained killer, remember? She takes them all down, even throwing her axe at one guy. Turns out, they're just rival high school students pulling a prank. Megan is mortified that she fell for it. Talk about a bad day. Roger tries to comfort her, but she's too embarrassed. At home, she's frustrated that she can't be a normal girl. High school is harder than assassin training. Mrs. Larson, being the awesome mom she is, talks to her and tells her to just be herself. Finally, some good advice. Megan goes back to school, and this time, people are cheering for her. The fight video went viral. Even the bullies are impressed. Cash invites her to a jam session. Things are looking up. At the jam session, Roger surprises her, and she accidentally takes him down. Awkward. But they start talking, and Roger is cool with her weird martial arts explanations. He actually likes her. Cash and his band show up and steal Megan away. Rude. Megan realizes she's not really into Cash, but she still wants him. Cash invites her to Gooch's party, and she says yes. On her way home, she's followed by a car. It's the Prescotts. Uh-oh. Megan wakes up, tied to a chair, and meets Hardman. He thinks she's working for someone else and injects her with truth serum. This stuff messes with her head and her emotions. Megan breaks down, crying, and confesses she just wants to be a normal girl, not an assassin. Poor girl. Hardman lets her go, but she has to leave Newton and come back to Prescott as 83. Megan, still messed up from the serum, confronts Liz. She tells Liz to stop pretending to be tough and lonely and to actually connect with people. Then she passes out. Brutal honesty. Next day, Megan talks to Roger at lunch. They're having a deep conversation about life and what they want. Megan feels useless, but Roger thinks she's amazing. These two have a real connection. But Megan leaves him to go sit with Cash. She invites Roger to Gooch's party though. At home, Mrs. Larson and Liz argue about whether Megan should go to the party after being drunk. Mrs. Larson says yes, but Liz has to go with her. Sibling bonding time? Maybe? At Gooch's party, it's exactly what Megan wanted. Loud, crazy, and full of alcohol. But Heather, aka 84, is there too, to keep an eye on Megan and ruin her fun. Of course. Meanwhile, Liz ends up in the bathroom with Gooch, who's drunk. Gooch knows Liz's name, which is weird, and invites her to do tequila shots. Liz, taking Megan's advice, decides to open up and join him. Good for her. Upstairs, Megan and Heather both try to win over Cash. Cash, predictably, chooses Megan. Downstairs, Liz and Gooch are actually hitting it off. Who would have thought? Roger shows up and sees Megan kissing Cash. He's heartbroken and leaves. Ouch. Liz is super hungover. Cash invites Megan for waffles and feels bad about leaving Liz. Waffles fix everything, right? Liz comes home with a face tattoo. Mrs. Larson is mad at Megan for ditching Liz, but after that crazy night, Megan and Liz are actually becoming friends. Finally. On the way to school, Hardman confronts Megan. He wants her back at Prescott because Knox has escaped. Megan refuses. She's loving her high school life. Hardman warns her she's on her own when Knox comes for her. Not cool, Hardman. Megan and Liz are driving to school and finally having a real sisterly conversation when, bam, they get shot at. Megan, being the trained assassin, takes the wheel and confesses everything to Liz. She tells her about Prescott, her training, and why someone wants her dead. Talk about a bonding experience. They end up in a car scrapyard, and the chase continues. They crash, but survive. Megan checks the other car, and smells Heather's perfume. It's a setup. At the hospital, Megan tells Hardman about Heather. Hardman says Heather is supposed to be dead. Megan realizes Heather is working with Knox. She asks for her gear back, but Hardman refuses. She's on her own. Double ouch. Liz wakes up, and Megan apologizes for lying and putting her in danger. Megan wants to leave to protect the Larsons, but Liz wants her to stay. Megan is about to give up when she sees Parker's drawing of them as a family. Heartwarming. She decides to stay and fight. Megan tells Liz the plan, and they get ready for an epic showdown. They're actually having fun together. The night of the homecoming dance, their boyfriends pick them up. Liz and Gooch are all over each other, but Megan and Cash are awkward. Megan tries to make jokes, but Cash doesn't get her. She's finally seeing the light. Megan dumps Cash right before his concert and goes to find Roger. She apologizes and tells him he's the one she wants. But guess what? Heather is there and dating Roger. Seriously. Megan starts a fight with Heather, and it's intense. They're fighting all over the party. Heather grabs a metal bar, but Megan is too skilled. Megan uses a fire hose to take Heather down and pin her. Heather throws dust in Megan's face and runs, revealing that Knox is after the Larsons. Oh no! Heather is about to stab Megan when Liz stabs her leg with a corn dog. Low! Megan finishes Heather off. Teamwork. They rush home and take out a guard. Megan confronts Knox, who reveals she's number 1, the first Prescott. Dun dun dun! Another guard shows up with Liz as a hostage. Megan surrenders. Knox wants a fair fight, and they go at it. Knox is about to lose when she pulls a gun, but Parker throws a flashbang. The Prescotts show up and take out Knox's men. Hardman captures Knox himself. It's a family reunion. Megan hugs Hardman, and he admits he cares about her. He recruits her back as a deep cover agent and lets her live with the Larsons. Happy ending. Megan goes back to the party and finds Cash and the teacher getting along. Awkward. She can't find Roger though. Roger is being driven home by his dad when Megan shows up in a helicopter. She confesses her feelings and asks him on another date. He says yes, everyone's happy. Megan finally finds her attachments, and her life is complete. And that's barely lethal. What a wild ride, right? It's the story of a teenage assassin learning how to be a teenager. So, what did we learn today? Well, this movie shows us that even trained killers can crave a normal life, and that family and friends are what really matter. You're never too weird to find your place. Megan grew up in a world of killers, but she still craved the normal stuff. And eventually, she found a family and friends who accepted her for who she really is. What did you think of this movie? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. See you in the next video.